Sorry, that was the wrong one. It was the Trump rally song. Yes, yes. Welcome.
Is it over? That's pretty short for your usual intro.
Well, I'm trying.
Oh yeah, sorry, I took a nap. My bad.
Isn't it soothing?
Songs to snooze by, otherwise known as Fresh Rogan.
The Hulk Hogan.
Apparently, the things we saw today were tiger salamanders, and they are the official salamander or the official amphibian of Colorado.
Because when I think amphibian, I think tiger salamander
in the desert.
And I think Colorado, yeah.
Yeah,
and I think an animal that loves water, I think Colorado,
right,
for sure.
Yeah.
The many biomes of Colorado.
Yeah, that's not. You see boats and stuff, and you're like, where are you going to put that? You have to have water.
It's like you
bend over. I'll show you where you can put it.
Oh yeah, dock it, Daddy, dock it.
I mean, seriously though. I mean, like if you get in your boat and you like throttle up, is it
you're now at the other side of the pond?
is this sort of just like the NASCAR of boating, where you just like
go in circles,
go turn left, go turn left, go turn left, go turn left?
That's about it.
And for people who found where all the rich white people with boats are, they're at Cherry Creek Reservoir.
Yeah, Cherry Creek. Yeah,
it's pretty big, honestly.
Took the dam road, and there's like 20 or 30 sailboats out there. I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
sailboats on the reservoir.
You guys do you? It's kind of small, but whatever.
If that tells you, sailboat, people who aren't from Colorado, you guys seen the memes that it'll be like, oh, you're from Colorado, and it shows the mountains and the sparkling streams, and they're like, no, I'm from Colorado, and they show the plains, fucking dirt, chert, and grass for as far as you can see. People
don't like the Salt Life stickers back in Georgia. I'm like, motherfucker, you live like 8 hours away at best. No,
shortest trip.
No.
Yeah, it's not. There's not a lot of lakes out here. Those rivers and shit that you see in the movies and shit, like, kind of don't exist. They're in California or Canada or something. I don't know. There's a few creeks.
The places that like big creeks and things exist, people don't live there. So
yeah, that would be the other thing, right? There's no humans there, so
because if they were there, it'd be all blacked out.
It'd be shitty. Exactly.
It'd be a Dollar General instead of a stream.
Well, I mean, all you have to do if you're not from here is look at a map of the U.S. that's colored, and this whole state is going to be mostly brown. All the green will be on the eastern coast of the United States, and this is the brown part where
I don't see
sort
color,
of implying
that. Yeah, it's 2024, Doug.
I don't see color.
So is that why you've gotten so many tickets?
Oh, you mean like stop signs or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Stop signs, lights, all those sorts of things.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, that's because I don't like stopping at red lights.
Do you know you just ran a red light? I don't see color, sir. Try that one then and see how it works.
That's okay. None of the other locals stop either.
Yeah, exactly. It's not as bad as North Carolina. The traffic in North Carolina, dude, people were just mad all the fucking time, and the roads were fucking awful.
It's like, so one thing that I'll say is like, if you drive through Charlotte, everyone's like, well, no one uses their blinker. I'm like, yeah, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
If you let anyone know that you're about to try to get into another lane, they're gonna make it. They would chop their dick off if it would mean that they could stop you from getting over.
Yep. It's fucking terrible, dude.
Try merging in Atlanta.
Oh, dude, Atlanta. No, Atlanta's not that. That's not fair. You can't use that as a comparison to anything.
Atlanta's
its own monster.
Just like a surprise. It's like it's sort of like spin the wheel of suck, because every once in a while, for no apparent reason, you will zoom through Atlanta, and it takes you practically no time. And then you can be driving through
doing 100 miles an hour to keep up.
Yeah. Well, it's like, and then you drive through at 2 a.m. on a fucking Sunday.
Yeah.
And you're stuck, stopped on the interstate for 3 hours.
And it's not because of an accident or anything. It's just there's that much fucking traffic.
No, it's just GDOT closing down everything, so there's only half a lane open.
I had that happen coming through. We were driving down, I forget where we were going, but my ex and I had rented a little transit van to take some stuff down to her family, some family heirloom shit that they wanted, and come around a turn in Atlanta, at around 2:00 in the morning, and fucking traffic, and there was no construction. There was just that much fucking traffic at 2 a.m. on a weeknight. But
everybody trying to go to Waffle House and the Varsity.
Amen. But I mean, Atlanta's a hopping city, and for those of you that are from the South, you're welcome for that. As a Northerner, we kind of did that for you. We had to make some room first. We had to make some room before we could build the Atlanta that you know and love now. We had to make some room.
Yeah, General Sherman threw a lit party one time.
But wait, what happened?
Atlanta? Yeah. You don't know about Atlanta, or are you trolling me right now? Like,
it feels like I should know, and you probably think I am trolling me.
So during the Civil War, the North burned Atlanta to the ground.
Oh, the first Civil War.
Yeah,
gotcha.
The first one, not the one that's coming.
Not the one that's happening next week.
And have you ever heard the term carpetbagger?
Yeah.
Okay. So the term carpetbagger came kind of pretty much from that, because after the war, the North went down to basically fix and repair all the things that they fucked up, because it's still the United States, right? And because of how much needed to be done, because they literally burned Atlanta to the fucking ground, they sent a bunch of carpenters and shit from the North, and they used to carry these tool bags that were basically made out of carpet-like material. So in the South, they didn't do that. So the South called them carpetbaggers. And that's where that came from, which I have been called a carpetbagger, unironically, by an angry little gay Southern man who reminds me of that actor that I can't think of his name, short little dude. Anyway, yeah.
So
and
kind
then,
of like why Japan is awesome now.
I mean, you could look at it that way. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like we had to spend so much money to rebuild this thing, and now it's
we might
awesome.
as well make it gorgeous.
Yeah.
At least I got rid of Godzilla afterwards.
Well, he's kind of a national treasure. Don't get Doug started, dude. Not even joking. He'll get mad. He'll defend.
That was my intent.
Sure. We'll
Poke,
go with
poke,
that.
Poke.
I know it's my cotton candy. I don't give a fuck.
My cotton candy.
Hey, that new Godzilla movie is on my watch list. I ain't judging.
Just because you're in it, Doug, doesn't mean it's got to be your favorite thing.
That's what it is. A baby Godzilla is called a Doug.
Well, it's either a baby Godzilla or a close relative.
Ah, okay.
So one of the two. If anyone says anything bad about Godzilla, it's like they're insulting your family.
I mean, kind of, because that eventually is Doug's final form.
Once he goes
God
Super
forbid.
Yeah.
If I got to be a Godzilla, watch the fuck out.
He's Gojira. So he's kaiju. That's the word I was looking for. Doug is actually a kaiju in disguise. Yeah.
Yep.
I've always kind of suspected, but
sort of Men in Black style. I just stuffed myself into this flesh suit.
Kind of like if he takes the human skin suit off, he looks like one of those tiger salamanders, but with bigger teeth.
And angry.
We love him
very,
anyway.
Very angry.
Anyway. No matter what he looks like.
No matter what you look like, Doug, we're always going to love you. Possibly even against your will.
Regardless of what the court order said.
Right. Regardless of what the court order said. Have you ever wondered how disappointed a person who committed suicide would be if they discover that reincarnation is real?
I mean,
you ever thought of that?
The 5 seconds monologue, just God damn it!
So the thing is, I think the theory is like the reason you can't remember being born is because reincarnation's real. So like for the couple weeks that you remember it, you'd be really mad, and then you just get over it because you'd forget.
That's fair. But a lot of people say they see a light when they're dying. They're like, don't follow the light. And then there are people who claim to remember being born that say it's just like you're walking into this bright light. So maybe that's what it is.
Your theory is that like when you die, the light that you see is the light from your next life where you're coming out of your mother's vag in the operating room and they've got that big light behind them.
Correct.
So if you don't go toward the light, is that supposed to help you stay alive?
No, that's called a stillbirth.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm saying like if you don't go toward the light, you're supposed to be exactly. You'd be causing a miscarriage on the other side.
Yeah. So just fucking die and let the next guy have a chance. So just saying.
That's how I feel about politics.
The Romans or somebody?
Yeah.
So the most significant thing you can do in life is to die.
Yeah. Here's my hot take. Are you ready for my hot take?
Give me your hot take, Doug.
Your steaming
with the
hot
whole
take.
Trump assassination situation?
No, I don't even care, but go ahead.
Well,
give us your hot take.
It's a shame that two things weren't in place.
Oh God, here we go.
It's a shame Joe Biden wasn't standing behind him and he was a better shot with armor-piercing ammunition.
That's 3 things, but I'm going to let you have it because it made me laugh. So,
Points.
It's like I have not, you're not going to be excited about who you vote for president, but
you are if you're a Trump fan.
It shouldn't feel like you are going to be raped by your drunk uncle and you have to let it happen or someone shoots your mom. You know what I mean?
And Doug speaks from experience, by the way. So he's just...
we've all been there.
I mean...
I thought it was a metaphor.
No.
No, it was a simile, probably.
Simile.
Use the word like as.
Yeah, he said
hyperbole.
Yeah.
Hyperbole. Which is what I packed the other night.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Why is that rim shot so fucking loud?
I don't know.
It's got extra rim.
I love how much louder it is.
Did you order the grande rim shot?
That's not what I ordered, but boy, did it feel good.
When it came out of the kitchen, there was steam rolling off of it, so it was probably pretty good.
Still sizzling.
Yeah. It's like, you guys could have waited a few minutes.
Well, I'm just waiting for all the... He was such a quiet kid. Actually, I've already read that people are like, he was quiet. He tried out for the rifle team. He didn't make the team.
Yeah, I see that.
Can't imagine why.
Oh, God, that hurts. Yeah, he says he tried out for the team freshman year, but did not make the junior varsity roster. Obviously. So...
Yeah, we see that.
I hope you liked fishing over hunting.
Trump's just lucky that the shooter leaned to the left. So I know. I feel bad, and I'll tell you why I feel bad. I actually feel bad because of the guy who got killed behind him. Like, I genuinely do feel bad about that, because that motherfucker just minding his own business, dude.
And he was just sitting there.
He was just chilling. Yeah, and I don't know if it hit him in the head. I mean, this is going to sound fucked up, but I hope it did. I hope it caught him square in the fucking skull and then he just blinked and didn't wake back up. Because I think that would be terrifying to be at something like that. Suddenly feel pain and realize you're fucking bleeding out from your chest or something. I assume it was quick because there was Secret Service and paramedics and shit like that. So I feel like if it was some kind of a wound they could have saved dude from, they would have. But I've already seen the shirts popping up with that on there, and like, God Bless America, and it's got like Washington crossing the river and some other patriotic shit, and then that Trump picture up above it. And the comments were great because people are like, "Oh, cool! So you're going to take all the proceeds and give it to the family of the people who were hurt and killed, at the rally or whatever." And I don't care if Trump winds up in office or not. I really don't give a shit at this point, because I'm with Doug. Like, fuck, there is no winning or losing with either one of them at this point. So I don't give a fuck. What bothers me about Trump are his fucking followers, and I'm not even going to say supporters. I'm going to call them followers.
So you're saying Trump is the new Fred Durst?
No, man, I like Limp Bizkit. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. I like Limp Bizkit.
That's what I'm saying.
So, but
his followers are the worst part about
Well,
him.
that's right. You and I had that conversation. Adam was like, "I have never listened to a Limp Bizkit song." I said, "Well, here's the funny thing." I said, "I fucking love them now." I said, "But I fucking hated them back in the day." And then at some point, I realized I didn't dislike them. They're, as a bass player myself, their bass player and John Otto, their drummer, are tight as fuck, dude. I mean, the whole band's talented as fuck, really, but their jabroni fucking fans were insufferable. So I wound up hating the band because of their fans. And that's why I said, I'm not a fan of Trump. And if you support him because you like his policies, if you think he has good policies, if you think from 2016 to 2020 he made good policies and that's why you like him, fine, cool, great. But if you like him, if the only fucking reason that you like him is because he makes liberals mad, then fuck you. Fuck all of you. What's that TV show? She says, go to Shut Fuck Mountain to the very top and fuck off. Because if politics for you is just about making people who don't share the same views angry, then fuck you. You are what's wrong with this country. Flat the fuck out. I will argue this with you. I will fight you about this. You are the fucking problem. If all you care about is hurting other people, making them mad, oh, look at them liberal tears. Dude, fuck you.
That's not an American. Like, they've stopped being American and they started being Trumpist.
Right. Tribal. Right?
Yeah.
And I know we've had conversations
if you were an American,
on here about
then you would
tribalism.
like Americans.
No, and you would say, hey, because at the end of the day, I think all Americans, I think all people, all fucking 7 billion of us, pretty much want the same thing. We want to be safe and comfortable. We want our families to be safe and comfortable. I don't mind going to work every day. It's part of having a fucking society. But can I please make enough money that I can actually come take care of myself? Can you not rate me on taxes when I buy things, when I spend things, and blowjobs?
And blowjobs. I'm very pro, and I'm into receiving them. I'm sure
touche.
There's people out there who love giving them.
Not that there's anything
people.
wrong with that. We love those people.
We love those people.
We love they them.
Sometimes you need a giver, sometimes you need a taker.
There you go. I think they call that pitcher and catcher, but I don't know.
No, that's something about.
No.
We're all like, never know. Stop.
No.
Never mind. Yeah, I've gotten really. I know Doug has even teased me on here about early onset Republican, and I have gotten a little more conservative. I think I'm pragmatic. I think it's okay to be a dreamer and be an idealist. There was I can't remember who said it, like Kennedy or somebody said something about being an idealist without illusions, and that kind of leads you into pragmatism. I think that it's okay to dream and try to change things, but I think you have to be. It's like the whole thing with electric cars. We need to do away with the internal combustion engine and replace it with the electric car. Is the electric car ready for prime time like that? Shh. Electric car. It's like,
what we need is an alternative form of powering a vehicle. That's
what they say the electric car is, right?
Right, and it is.
It is,
and eventually, and hear me out. Eventually, as far as ground-based transportation, short of some sort of shared rail, an electric car would kind of be the final form. But, however, the energy density that you have available in batteries is really not at a point where that's practical for everyone for all things.
Right. It can't replace the convenience and ability of the gas. What do they call it? ICE, internal combustion engine. And what's funny is I piss off liberals when I tell them that I don't think we're ready to switch. Oh, you hate the fucking environment, whatever. But then I piss off conservatives when I say I believe there is a place for electric vehicles. Like when I see Teslas out on the road, I don't get mad about it. I think to myself, if I drove around in town and had somewhere I could plug it in, etc., I think it's great for that if that's what you do. But I'm not going to sit for an hour and 40 minutes behind a Walmart on a road trip. Like that's just nope. I can stop at a Maverick for 14 minutes, get a tank of gas, poop, score some beef jerky, and a Gatorade. So
hear me out. We need inductive charging for these cars. You just pull up on this thing, and then you just park, and then you go in and get whatever you're gonna get, and then you come out and your shit's charged up.
That's not a terrible idea. They have not quite the same different in China, I think it is. They have where you drive into this little thing and it swaps your battery out. So
Oh,
I mean,
there's also
options.
China, so you probably get
that's
cancer.
Well, that could be too, right? That's fair. But inductive, I mean, it makes sense to me, right? Like you said, you pull up in front of a store, and while you're there, you get anywhere from.
Or hear me out. Hear me out. Another idea.
Okay.
We build another highway lane with a coil under the lane.
Just inductive, just
boom,
sucking power as it goes.
You're charging the entire way while you're driving.
Wait. What if we get this kind of like, I don't know, train or something that runs on like, it's connected by a wire above it?
No, that'd never work.
Liberals recreating the train.
That'll never work. Yeah, it'll never work. But no, the difference is though. The difference is you allow people that you keep people's autonomy or illusion of autonomy, which people love, right? And you could veer in and out of the lane. You could make it a toll road, right? Toll road. You got to pay a few bucks to get on there and charge. So you joke now, but in 20 years when they're installing the first motherfucker, you're gonna feel bad because you're not going to be a billionaire.
The first motherfucker. There's probably been a good long history of that.
Well, I mean, at least like a million years, roughly.
Yeah, so, give or take.
But he'll be the first motherfucker. Song. He'll be the first motherfucker upset that he didn't capitalize on that idea. It's like sort of a subsystem of motherfucking is basically what I'm getting at. Like there's
subfucker,
sub motherfucker.
No, that's not me.
Fuck a subber. I don't know. I'm just making up words now. Allegedly. I don't know. The worst part is that I'm a firm believer of the Illuminati, not the red robes and the chanting and hitting themselves in the face with a tablet. Actually, I think that's different. But anyway,
iPad or
nah, Samsung, dude. But I think that it just like somebody was pointing out to me, if you look at Reagan, his fire and vigor, and then he gets shot in the stomach or wherever, and all of a sudden he was a little more lenient on certain policies, and he backed off a little bit, and it just makes you wonder if there's just, I mean, I've always said I believe there's...
float this idea, guys. What do you think about gun control?
Right, exactly, and then he gets shot in the stomach. And sometimes I think that's the Illuminati letting people know that no matter who the fuck you think you are, we can still get to you. Like, we can make a 20-year-old take a pop shot at you just by making sure he's unstable enough.
So hear me out.
Here we go.
What if Lee Harvey Oswald was just supposed to be taking a pot shot?
I mean,
and then like opened the bolt and cycled the next round in, and then took another pot shot, and then cycled and took another pot shot.
Maybe he was just really bad at it.
They're like, "What'd you do? What'd you do, Lee Harvey Oswald?
Right. He winds up
We're gonna kill you, Lee
Harvey Oswald. His fucking head.
No, not like that.
Not like that. Exactly.
He's like, I mean, now he's not gonna shut down the Federal Reserve. It worked. The plan worked. No,
the plan worked.
Fucking kill you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like they're saying that kid was like 148 yards from where Trump was standing, and they're going on and on about the AR style rifle. Don't fucking get me started on that, but the AR style rifle with a 5.56 is effective, what they call effective, up to 500 yards. Now, as to how accurate at 150, even a 5.56 is going to be pretty fucking accurate at that distance. So if effectiveness goes out to 500 on a rifle that's not even a sniper rifle or not built for long distance like that, why would your security zone not go out that far?
I heard it was 400 yards out, the circle was, and he was just inside the circle. So, I mean, how secure is the zone at that point?
Why didn't you guys go further? We did. Why did he get in?
We couldn't see this guy in clothing that was contrasting against the white roof. Who knows?
The white roof. And they showed people like taking cell pictures of his dead body and shit. Like they knew.
I saw a
people
video.
Knew he was there. And then
people saw him.
Yeah, one of the snipers for the Secret Service said, "Not today, fucker." Bop. And showed how you're supposed to shoot someone from that distance.
Pew pew.
Yeah, just I don't know. It seems fucking weird to me.
Does it?
I don't know.
You can't think of a reason anyone would want to do that, Dan. Is it that weird?
I can, but what bothers me or boggles me is how he was able to get in there. And again, it boils down to it. It's almost like somebody wanted Trump to know, I can get to you.
At the same,
it was the kid on the roof with the rifle.
At the same time, it's like, yes, there was security in place for the event. Should they have caught it? Maybe, maybe not. Because there's different stages to this whole thing. Like, if you're a former president, you get a few Secret Service personnel attached to you for life. That's just kind of how that goes.
Yeah, but he has a full tactical team that travels everywhere with him.
Yeah, but that's not the same level of security as like Biden would have, is what Doug's saying.
Right. Besides that, you get a few Secret Service personnel, and that's what he's going to have standard. Now, he is the presumptive Republican nominee, but there is a difference in the security that is provided for someone who is not the official nominee yet and who is the official nominee. There is normally a step up in security. So, I mean, I'm not saying that it should have happened, but I'm saying at this stage in the game, there's still a few holes left in what you would consider the standard security, because once they're anointed by their party, then their protection from the government itself goes up.
So you're saying they're just understaffed?
Sure. Yeah, they don't want to work anymore.
It's just saying the amount of people he's supposed to have is small, and he has that amount of people.
Thank you, Robbie, for the record. Thank you for getting the joke. Thanks. These damn Secret Service people say they can't find jobs.
Well, maybe they should just allow people to open carry at these rallies, and they'd have more good guys with guns, and the problem will work itself out one way or another.
I'm actually perfectly okay with that for like a lot of different reasons.
As long as they continue to televise it.
That would be, dude. That would be. What's sad is I have this vision of everybody wearing their 6-shooter like they're in a Western, and they just hold up their 45 and pull back the hammer on that thing and blam.
I think that should be the rule, actually. If you come rolling in with anything modern, you have to trade it in for an old Colt fucking revolver.
Cowboy action, yeah.
Yeah.
So, 5 out of the 6 shots are blanks. Unless you're Alec Baldwin.
I think the next rally, he's going to be standing up there, and they're not going to have the people behind him anymore. It's going to be like sandbags stacked up behind him.
That's not funny.
He's going to have one of those Pope things, like just a giant bulletproof container that he gets in.
No, he's so dumb and arrogant. He wouldn't use one of those. I'm willing to put that out there. I don't think he would. So
yeah, this is just going to make him more cocky. He's going to think he can't die now.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But allow me to bring the rest of the world into my idea.
Mute.
Here's how I say we elect presidents from now on. A year before what would normally be the election, we pick 100 politicians and we give them all swords, and we let them go full fucking Highlander, and there can be only one, and that's the president. Because it would have to be better than the shit we get now.
Do we have to save this just for elections, or can we have it throughout the year?
We can have it throughout the year. I'm perfectly fine with that, especially if you take a, in addition to electing a person to an office or the person winding up with that office, I should say, you eliminate 99 other politicians. So it's a great trait.
Oh, hold up. I got an idea. What if every
Hear
time
me
they want
out.
to pass some, tax reductions for the rich or corporations, we have a purge event?
Okay.
Any politician that survives, they get to vote for it.
They get to make whatever laws they want. Yeah. I'm good with that too. Only the strong shall survive. I mean,
see all these 70, 80-year-old fuckers survive. Then we televise it on pay-per-view and we take the money and pay off the national debt. Problem solved.
Wait,
Vote
what would
for
the
me,
purge event look like?
2024. Yes.
I mean, I have never seen a more poetic moment in politics than when they asked McConnell if he was going to run again for Senate. And that's when his brain froze.
Yeah, he blue screened.
That was the most poetic shit. It's like, hey, maybe it's time to move the fuck on.
Right. I was watching a neurologist react to that, and he talked about it. He said if he was one of my patients, one of my clients, whatever, and complained of this kind of thing, and I saw this video, he said basically, I'd say he has some kind of neurological decline, and that they have these. He said it's almost like a seizure. The brain just kind of shuts off, and he stares off into space. And after looking up what the guy was talking about, it seemed pretty feasible. Yeah.
I knew this lady who had epilepsy, and that's what it looked like. It wasn't like you would imagine.
Yeah.
It was just like that. There wasn't any like shaking or falling out on the fucking floor or any shit like that. But
yeah, and that's basically what he was saying. Is it was something like that, and that, and right. And then to Doug's point, like, okay, your brain obviously doesn't work anymore. Maybe, and it's time to step the fuck down. So I shared with the guys in the chat that we keep open, and we talk shit about all of you listening. The Tuah girl graces Rolling Stone and is dubbed Gen Z Dolly Parton.
No.
Yeah, wait, I'm with you.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
No, you're not. The problem? No, you're not.
I am, because who cares what Rolling Stone has to say about anything?
There you go.
Turn your camera
Adam
on. I want to see your face.
Wins the prize.
Well,
I mean, we're like, I can't believe that this magazine that it sucks says it's a thing that sucks.
Well, I don't know if they said she was. It just says that she graces Rolling Stone and is dubbed Gen Z Dolly
either
Parton.
Rolling Stone said it or one person on Twitter said it.
Because much like Cosmopolitan, Rolling Stone has some kind of dumb ideas and statements and articles.
I mean, she has an accent. She has like a Tennessee accent, like Dolly Parton.
Well, so do I. Does that make me Dolly Parton?
You're
missing a couple of things.
I mean, I got the man boob.
I've jerked off to you a couple times. Yeah, I mean, so I
know I was there.
I know, but still,
I've jerked off to Dan jerking off to you.
Yeah, he was also there.
I was there again.
Yeah, that's how a circle jerk works, Adam.
Jesus.
Oh, so tired of having to explain to you.
Adam.
Adam. Yeah, I mean, she's relatively cute. I'm not going to say she's not cute. If she approached me in a bar and said, "Hey, pile drive my pussy," I would, right?
Well, first off, what are you doing in Parker?
Don't worry about that, right? But she's not stunning by any means. She has no talent. She was drunk and said something stupid on camera, and now we are making this woman a fucking celebrity. And I'm just...
No, we're not. She's going to be famous for about a month, and then it'll go away.
I hope so. I really hope so. And it's nothing against her. I hope she sell. I know she sell. I saw where she's selling merchandise, and like her dad is selling merchandise.
I do have things against her, and that's the fact that she's stupid because she quit her job, moved to LA to try to be famous.
Right, but that's because she has a what do you call it? An agent who told her to. and started all of her social media. She has an agent, Adam. Someone reached out to her to sign her, like a real agency.
Yes, Dan.
I'm
That's
upset
what happens
over
when
that.
you start making money. People reach out and want to take some of it.
Here's the thing. If let's say we go to a thing in Denver and there's some asshole standing out there with a microphone and he asked you some question and whatever the answer was, or as far as whatever response that he was looking for, you said something like,
out of it if it went
lick
viral.
my dick. And if you became the lick my dick guy,
fuck yeah, let's go.
And then, and you had people putting lick my dick 2024 on the back of their fucking pickup truck with an American flag background behind it. Are you fucking honestly telling me that you wouldn't be all over that shit?
Well, no, and that's why I say I don't really have anything against her, because you're right. She's capitalizing on what's there. I mean, as far as quitting her job, she worked at a spring factory or something. So, I mean, it's not like it was a career.
Oh.
I mean, I get it at the same time. I just don't understand the emotion or feelings that you had invested in that one way or the other. That's where the disconnect is for moi.
It's the fact that
stupid people famous.
That exactly. So I've gotten into the argument with people about. I know some people again, and of course they're Trump supporters, and they're all about banning TikTok. And it's funny to me, but they also think that Facebook isn't allowed to censor you. And I keep reminding them that it's it's not a government-owned entity. They can take anything off that they want. And they're like, nuh-uh. And I'm like, well, go to True Social. Well, it's not
officially government-owned.
Well, yeah. And True Social isn't as big as Facebook. And I was like, so a bunch of conservatives are mad because the cool kids won't let them into their club. Okay, whatever. It's not freedom of speech. I'm going to
make my own club with blackjack and hookers.
There you go, see? It's just a reminder that people, they want freedom of speech as long as it's them that's being protected. But these same people are like, get rid of TikTok. Okay, let's start banning things. Well, it's owned by China, and we've proven that they're stealing our data. I've never seen the proof, one. Number two, everyone is stealing our fucking data nowadays, right? And they say, well, look at the shit that's on TikTok, right? It's all, they're pumping all this stupid shit into our kids' heads. Okay. Like the Tuah girl. Well, that's funny because on my TikTok, it was a lot of ADHD content. It was a lot of jeeping, camping, and a lot of like music
cooking,
knowledge.
Banjos.
A lot of cocaine and banjos. Right. I've sent you a few of those. There's this one guy that I like. He gets on there and he starts telling a story. It's about a minute long. And he's like, this is a story about a musician who did whatever. And then as he goes through the story, you wind up at somebody like super fucking famous. But it's cool because he goes and digs up some really cool facts, small facts about him. And that's the kind of shit that comes up on my feed. Does the Tuah girl? Well, yeah, because there's so many goddamn reposts out there, you can't escape it. But my point is that American kids are dumb because they choose to be. They go after that.
It's not just American kids. It's not just America. It's people in general.
People in general. You're probably right. They go after that cotton candy, like Doug said, right? But you can't have a steady diet of cotton candy, and that's what we do. We all of these apps are out there pumping fucking stupid into everybody, and we're eating it up with a tiny little spoon.
All right, now here's the pivot. Here's the pivot. Bring in idiocracy.
Mm-hmm.
I got my tiny little spoon right here, Dan.
Do you? Yeah. You want to pivot on this?
You party, buddy?
Yeah.
I mean,
sorry,
it's idiocracy.
It really is
where we're going.
No, it really is. Hold on a second. So that it's just sad, and I think it was Charles Bukowski has a quote about being smart, like being smart enough to see what's wrong is fucking painful. I think I may have sent that to you guys and been like, do you know any sad, dumb people? Because I don't know a lot.
Is that why he drinks so much? So that he could try to make himself dumber?
I mean, he was kind of a lecherous. Yeah, he was a bit of a lecherous human being. But he had some good thoughts.
To say ignorance is bliss?
I mean, if you just want to make up fucking your own quotes now, but saying.
I quote myself quite often.
That's not what that's called. But
I also perform my own stunts.
I perform my own fellatio.
I wish I could.
I mean, you can perform my fellatio if you want. That's
fine. No, mine.
Oh, yours. Okay. I'm not going to perform your fellatio either.
Plot twist.
Plot twist. Twat twist.
Oh, guys. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
I had an ADHD thought.
Go for it.
So, you know how I lost my AirPods yesterday?
No, I didn't know that.
So I lost my AirPods, and I was looking for them.
I'm shocked. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
And I was looking for them, right? I called every place I went to yesterday and asked them if they saw them. And they said no. My phone said they were last seen somewhere in my house, but it couldn't connect to them anymore.
Mm-hmm. Were they in your ears?
No. It's even worse. It's even stupider. I had thrown them away in the trash can.
Ooh, no. How did you do that?
I don't fucking know. I found them, and they were like on top of a pack that some chicken breasts had come in. So they had
now you have chicken boob in your ear? You have salmonella ear?
Yeah.
It's worse than cauliflower ear.
I've heard that, but I don't get in many fights.
Yeah, that's what vegetarians get.
Put some buffalo sauce on.
Stop it. Stop.
There you go. Well, I told you I threw away when I was moving. I threw away my spare Jeep keys. Couldn't find them. Kind of same thing. I was like, wait, I got an air tag on them, and pops up, and it locates them in a dump. And I was like, oh no. So I drove out there, and they were closed, and it was just a bunch of like dumpsters and rollbacks of trash and shit like that. Like I was not. I guess
you're not finding it.
That was like a Saturday. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could have went up on Monday and been like, "Hey, can I use my phone?"
Yeah, but at that point, it's like, okay, how much is this key worth to me? Is this like the only key
that
can exist
right
for this vehicle? Because it's
magic,
some super secret nuclear diamond bullshit powered. That would be one thing. The irreplaceable $2 million key or some shit.
Look, Doug, it's a Jeep thing. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, I'd be like, Jeep, Doug. That's all you got to do.
It was like, as soon as it said it was at the dump, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, I drove out. I figured if they were open,
going to be worth to me.
Yeah, if they were open and they said, "Hey, that's probably one of these dumpsters right here," I might have looked on top or something, but I wasn't going to go digging.
I could just see your feet kicking out the top of a dumpster.
Yeah, no, that wasn't going to happen.
Dum, dum, dum,
So I can tell you
here somewhere.
I can tell you there's a company called Tom's Keys, and you send them a picture of the front and back of the key that trying to replace, and they send you. I bought 2 keys and the programmer, so I got 2 keys that were cut when I got them, and they both worked just fine. And then the little programmer just set the fob, and I think that was like maybe $180 for 2 of them. If you go to the dealer, they can be upwards of like $700.
Oh,
which is just absolutely asinine.
Yep, because fuck
yeah, most dealers rip me off too.
Yeah,
keys.
Same.
What?
Yeah, couple of keys.
Couple of keys. There you go.
Yeah,
all right. We'll let that one slide. Yeah. So I haven't programmed the keys yet, but I do. They'll go in the ignition and the Jeep turn on, so that's pretty important. So yeah, Tom's keys.
Car dealerships.
Why? Did you have a bad experience? Something you need to talk about?
Just shaking my head after their quote to replace my air filter at the last oil change.
Your air filter?
Replace my air filter for $120 goddamn dollars.
Shut up.
That's so stupid.
Jesus, dude. Like, how do you justify that?
Well, about 3/4 of an hour in labor, and the part according to the repair manual at the
It's
dealership.
A part in 8 minutes.
I'm just going to go to AutoZone as soon as I leave here and spend $15 to do the exact same thing.
And that's the thing. Like, they went to get brakes years ago on my Tiburon, and I was like, hey, yeah, I just want to get a quote, yada, yada, yada. And the woman's like, okay, what kind of car? Well, she goes through the thing. She's like, yeah, that'd be $760 plus tax. And I just laughed and walked out. I was like, ain't no fucking way. Went to a buddy's house, and between the beers that we drank and the food I bought him, I think I was still around $250, maybe. I did the whole Jeep. I upgraded the Jeeps to these different brakes. Now, that did take me all day to do, but that's because I don't have a shop and I don't have those types of tools and shit. I'd have to take one wheel off at a time, do my job, put the wheel back on, but I'm still not spending $700, $800, $900 on brakes. God bless. Tires.
Another couple $100, you could buy a Brembo kit for your Jeep, probably.
Fuck yeah. You get their little brake shoe cartridges. Have you ever seen those?
I have not.
Brembos. You take this cover off, and then the brakes are almost like little cartridges that plug in, and then you snap this cover back on and you're done. But yeah, people are
plug and pray you stop.
Plug and pray that you stop. But Brembo, like you said, are fucking $1,200 calipers, I think, a piece, something like that.
Well, if it's got their name on it, it's not cheap. I mean, you can throw numbers around all day long, but it is not going to be cheap.
You throw numbers around?
4, maybe even 5.
6.
Well, maybe 9, his childhood 7, hero was the Count. You never know.
One childhood trauma. 2 childhood trauma. 3
we don't have all night, Dan. No, we don't have all night.
I watched Sesame Street to block out the childhood trauma.
The Cookie Monster.
If you turn the TV up.
Fair enough.
The Cookie Monster will always be my hero.
Cookie Monster? Why is that?
Because he ate cookies.
Because he eats cookies?
Yeah. That's all that he had to do for me at that age. He just had to eat cookies. And I would look at him eating cookies, and I'd be like, man, I wish I had some cookies too.
It's kind of funny because I think after we do this, I'm going to go get some cookies.
You won't.
Dude, I am so fat and out of shape. If I don't start working out soon, dude, I'm going to die. I'm going to have a stroke or a fucking aneurysm or heart attack.
Dan, you forget to eat a lot anyway, right?
That is true. I do forget to eat a lot.
So just do fucking 1 meal a day, and you can forget to eat as much as you want.
Just forget to eat the cookies that you were talking about just now.
But see, I never forget that. And yesterday I got a 14-inch barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you forget to eat cookies, it's time to visit the neurologist.
I mean, that's the thing, right?
Fuck you. I ain't going back.
Oh God, that's not funny, but it is. God damn it.
That's my boy.
Come to visit. I just left.
When's your Mayo Clinic visit?
The end of August.
End of August. The Mayo Clinic. Look at you. Fucking Mr. Big Shot over here.
Mr. I'm so broken, no one can figure me out.
What's wrong with me?
Mr. I really need...
Good.
I really need Dr. House to be real right now.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not
Just
lupus.
ask for the blue plate special when you go. Hell, man.
You did give us Hellman's mayonnaise. Miracle Whip is superior. Hellman's is trash. Hellman's is trash. Miracle Whip is superior.
I don't disagree about
Miracle Whip.
I grew up on Miracle Whip.
Ugh, I'm sorry.
I love.
It's when you want to speed run being fat and getting diabetes.
I grew up on a lot of things I don't like, Dan. It's all right to not like stuff you grew up on.
Like your uncle's lap.
Yeah.
We've kind of had a theme going. Doug started shit.
Well, Doug started it.
Doug started it. Doug started all the jokes about pedophilia. I'm just saying. Oh, God. I have such a fucking headache today. I haven't slept in a week. No. Week and a half. You would think that eventually it would catch up with you and you would fall asleep. But the funny thing about stress-induced insomnia is it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, you have to become less stressed in order to sleep.
Yeah, but the problem is to become less stressed, I need to sleep. Because now not sleeping is starting to stress me out.
Have you tried self-medicating?
A little.
Try harder.
Try harder. It's like people say you need to drink. I'm like, dude, all drinking does, I fall asleep for 2 hours and then I wake up dizzy and my fucking head hurts. No thanks.
That's because you weren't asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just fucking passed out.
That's why you get those CBD edibles down at your local pharmacy and call it a day.
So far, I have not found any CBD that actually works for me. 2 more, Dan. I've had vape pens that were CBD.
CBD might as well be LMNOP because it doesn't do shit for me.
Oh my God, that's bars. That's bars. I'm writing that down.
Straight spitting. See, we're the real OGs. We got real ADHD over here, buddy.
Just eat melatonin, man. You'll fall right asleep.
Melatonin. Actually, I do have some very low dose melatonin. I glad you said that. So,
I think what you need to do is jam a habanero in your dick hole. I think
I haven't tried that, Doug.
Yeah, Robbie already suggested that.
This is my first rodeo.
Hey man, that's how I feel alive. Thank you. And I'm up to scorpion peppers now. Thank you.
And for the record, I gotta say that the video, the production value of that last video you sent us, having 3 camera angles, that was impressive. So
the picture, I felt it. I think was a nice touch.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But the background music, I mean,
oh yeah, I mean, Adam only strives to create.
Yeah, it's just a remix of that 2 Girls 1 Cup theme that I put together. And
I felt like I recognized it. Yeah, I felt like I recognized it. So one man, 1 jar. So
yep, stay tuned next week for the lemon party.
Better than the Donner party. I actually watched a video of a guy. Though. It's a little sour. I watched a video of a guy putting a light bulb up his asshole.
Not glass ass, or no, that was a glass jar. Wait,
yeah,
it was jar guy.
Got me.
Yeah, no, it was a light bulb, and he puts up, and of course it busts, and then his ass starts bleeding, and then the video cuts off. So there is still, I mean, there's no rotten.com. Well, I think there is, maybe, I don't know. But there is still plenty of shit out there that you can find just like that.
That's what's wrong with these kids these days. They don't have the traumatic experience that those kind of sites provide.
Exactly. They don't know what's out there. They don't see the weird shit that's out there. I mean, a dude sticking a light bulb up his ass to turn himself on, right? And inevitably, you're sitting there going, well, I mean, it was a light bulb
turn
moment.
On unless it's screwed into something, I think.
Do you need a potato?
I didn't get that. Was that a joke?
No, you cut a potato in half if you have a broken light bulb, especially if it's one of the standard kind. You cut a potato in half, and then you use the soft white part and stab it up into the glass and metal that's left, and you unscrew it.
Oh.
Instructions
after you kill the breaker.
potato.
No, fuck the breaker. Don't be a pussy.
So I killed the breaker, and luckily the light bulb was loose enough I could just grab the metal part and kind of turn it around, and it spun. I was able to spin it out.
You're practically a fucking general contractor now.
I'm a journeyman. Take a lot of journeys. I buy a lot of shoes in the mall.
Goodbye, Adam.
If you got big guns, throw them up, break that hoe, spit that gun, stick 'em up, bitch, stick 'em up, we don't give a fuck. Some scribbles, let 'em know, stack your money, slip that blow, tell me how that pussy is, bitch, you know I keep it low. Big guns, throw them up, break that hoe, spit that gun, stick 'em up, bitch, stick 'em up, we don't give a fuck. Sitting on that rail, you heard me? Street music.